from nothing to absolutely insane amounts of money and so much cool paint on key satisfying paint we're going to be playing in this Roblox video. We're going to get super rich, find absolute crazy cheat codes all in this video. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. Let's get into the video. Yeah, I found a new game. Welcome to Paint the Keys. Now, how Paint the Keys works is quite simple. Every single time you walk over the keyboard, you get about $3 spend. We can expand twice. We can actually do a lot of expanding. But the first thing I want to do is see buy creamy paint, buy paint. So the paint's going to be able to help us with our steps. So if we buy creamy paint, let's see if we can turn on the sounds for this. Because I think performance mode, this person is going to be helping me make a lot of money. Just like that guy is also. So this is gas. Ooh. Oh, wait, do I have to walk over it with the paint? Wait, I'm so confused. Why are some of them white? Interesting, that's why. Okay, upgrade my paint. So basically I can turn up my walk speed, which we'll buy, as well as we can do paint tank, which should make it a little bit higher. We'll do it twice, and then the roller size will make it a little bit higher as well. So now we're going to do this, and then how much is it to restock paint is the question. Oh, okay, so this is how you restock. Interesting. So you see that there's how you restock the paint. Okay, now as you can see, now every single keyboard is painted, and we'll have to repaint each time as well, because it looks like the paint does dry off, and when it does dry off, you know, we'll have to just make more money. Our next goal is to buy an ice paint, which is 1.5, and now we're earning about 70 something dollars a second. So that's actually pretty good, I feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I actually feel like that's quite solid amounts of money. So okay, let's restock our paint a little bit. Let's go to ice paint, which is going to look a little bit different. So it's going to be $10 a step. It's going to be, ooh, I can't wait to see the next ones are. But now what we can do is we can walk all the way over and we'll get blue paint. Oh, look at that. $10 a second. And we'll make a lot more money as well. That is awesome. Wow. Look at the money we're making, bro. So our next goal is to buy slime paint. But I also feel like there's a lot of upgrades that we can do before we buy the slime paint. Now, what are those that I'm talking about? Well, if we walk over here in this direction, we saw the upgrades before. I think we should upgrade our walking speed a couple times so we can walk a little bit quicker, as well as make the roller 2 times bigger. So now it is at a 1.9 instead of a 1 that I was at previously. So now we basically hit 2 to 3 per, which I definitely think is going to be a lot more better and a lot more efficient for us. Plus, we do walk a little bit faster as well, which is quite decent, I'm not gonna lie. And $130 a second is quite solid. Alright, let's see, how much does it cost to get another guy? So it cost us 800, so we'll buy 2 of them. So now that costed 1.8 thousand, but now we have 3 painters helping us, and that is going to help us significantly. And then we will expand the land as well. So now we're gonna paint the blue over here. Oh my, look at that. Dude, now we are starting to make some money. Look at that. Look at that. $200 a second already. We will take that. That is some good cha-ching money, bro. We love that. But we got to keep expanding. We got to keep going. We're almost at $5,000. I think we'll buy that before we get to the slime paint. So let's get the slime over here. Let's make sure that we... Oh, no, I ran out of paint. Okay. Let's go to the paint area. Luckily, it doesn't cost that long to be able to get the paint, which is quite awesome. And now, yoink. As y'all can see, so much paint, dude. So much money that we're getting as well. The paint does run out a little bit more because obviously there's a lot more keyboards to hit. But at least we're making a lot more money a lot more quicker. And I think I should buy the slime now at the 10,000. Then we'll start upgrading stuff in a little bit. So... And when I mean upgrades, like the paintbrush that we did and our speed and stuff like that. So we're at 8.2K, almost at $10,000 at the moment. Quite close. We're going to get really close. I think by the time we go run over here, we'll be at 10,000. There it is, $10,000. All right, let's not buy the slime paint, which is going to be a lot more. But first, I want to make sure I restock all my paint before running over it. And now take a look. $19 a paint. Wow. That is quite good. Look at that, dude. Our money is going up really quick. And as you can tell, on the bottom left is how we can see our money. And then I think we should buy more workers. So we'll buy 3 more workers, which cost us a lot of money. But I definitely feel like this is going to be very worth it. Very worth it. All right, bet. Almost down on the gallons. That's crazy. 6.5, 3, 2, and we're out of paint. Okay, that is fine. Let's now go to here. Fill up a bit more. $14,000. Now at 15. I am curious how much it is for the next paint. 35,000. Okay, we're kind of getting there. Now what I do want to do is this is 5,000. So I'm curious what this is. So basically this is a wheel. A lucky wheel. So this lucky wheel gave us a 2-time star. Oh, interesting. So when we run it over, we get more money on it. Interesting. Okay. So we'll definitely go to that 100% over this time period for sure. I will make sure we repaint some of the areas. Oh, wow. It looks like it expands as well. Look at that. Multiple expands. If I walk over this, I make more money. Interestingly cool. Okay. We can also rebirth when we get to 150,000. So we'll have to do that. A 1 in 8. Oh, my days. Wait, this is great. And then we can disable it whenever. How much does that cost anything to... It doesn't cost anything to do so. Okay, so that's just for free. We can upgrade it though. So let's make the roll speed 1 higher. So it'll more quickly do that. And then while we're waiting as well, let's get as many workers as... Oh my days. We need to expand the plot because we have so many workers. Okay. Alright, let's expand the plot here. And then we'll expand it... Oh, almost. And we'll expand it here too. Alright, we're going to run out of paint soon. But... all good, because this is a good problem to have. Running out of paint is probably one of the best issues to have. I'm not gonna lie. Holy moly. Alright, we are officially out of paint. Alright, let's go to the paint area and just restock up. This is a good thing, dude. We like to be out of paint because that means that our keyboards are making us a lot and lots of money, which is so lovely. Alright, nice. Look at all that bread and cheddar cheese, bro. $20,000 at the moment. That is quite solid. I'm not gonna lie, that's quite solid. I think I'm gonna turn off the sound effects. I feel like they were kind of satisfying at first, but now I kind of want to like chill. Let's see, it's right here, settings, and perfect. Okay, we almost have enough to buy more of a different paint, which would be cool. So we'll get that in 1 second. So we'll do this, roll it over, and 30,000. Nice. All right, now let's go all the way over here to the buy paint, and we'll buy this. Oh no, it's 80,000. Oh, that's a lot more. Okay, that's good to know. Anything cool here? I still wanted to... We can get more workers as well. Might as well, right? Oh my days. We just had so much money. Now we have 12 workers. That is amazing. Alright, this is a good thing to have, though. The fact that we have so many workers. And we'll expand once we make enough money, which we're almost there. Got 25,000. Let's expand it right here. And then... And then... That's perfect, dude. Look how much money. Cha-cha-ching, dude. Oh no, we're out of paint. We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Alright, we definitely should upgrade the paint tub as well. I think that's definitely a good idea to do. So, we'll go all the way over here. We're at almost $20,000. We'll actually upgrade our speed a lot, because I like to run fast. And then we'll upgrade our paint tub a couple times. And then when we get to 2.5, we'll upgrade the roller size now to 2. Okay. We move a bit faster, which is nice. Oh, look at that money, bro. Wow. I think it's important to really get that first row that we just did, the one with all the stars and stuff, just because it makes us so much money. So we'll definitely have to make sure we focus on that front row there. All right, as you can see, we're going in a nice column row. I rarely want to miss any of the keybinds because, well, the white don't make that much comparatively to the green, which makes so much more. So we'll collect those green, we'll do this green, and then look at this. All right, earnings at $1,000 a second. And then our tub is now 300 gallons, which is a lot more. And cheers, make sure you guys are hydrated. Also drinking some water here. That's, I remember, it's 80,000. So that's going to make a minute. So while we wait, I think we'll wait to get 80,000. I think that's a good goal. I was going to try and upgrade the lucky wind spin wheel, but I kind of feel like we should wait and get better paint because overall the paint's going to do way better than maybe 1 or 2 luckies. So we're almost close to that nice beautiful $80,000. By the time I think we get over there, we'll make that. And look at that, $80,000. So now we'll be able to buy the glass paint. I'm really curious what this paint's going to look like. We'll make sure that we fill the whole tub and boom. Whoa. That is beautiful looking. Now, it does look really similar to the white keybinds that we had before. However, it's just like the baby blue looks so nice. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably my favorite color so far. I think the green was beautiful. The green was super nice. But I really do feel like this light blue is changing, like, just how I feel about the looks of this. Whoa! That duck makes us $1,000. Okay. We should really invest into that then. So that's going to be at 2.5. And we'll get the roll speed higher as well. So look, we can see here. Boom. Oh, a donut. Nice, dude. That is awesome. So yeah, us personally, we want to be walking through this area right here. Oh, we got to paint. We want to walk in that area specifically because that's what makes us the most money. And our goal is to make the entirety of the whole area that. So while we're chilling, let's get one more worker because we can afford, we can afford 3. And then we can't get any more until we expand our plot. So we'll wait a little bit. Dude, look how much money that is. Holy moly. So I did say we want to focus on that one area that we were just at. However, if we don't repaint the other areas as well, then we won't be able to make a lot of money. So like this area specifically right here genuinely had like no paint. So we want to make sure that everything gets painted. You know what I mean? Even though this area makes us the most money, a little bits over a long period of time still does make a lot of money as well. It just takes a little longer. So even though those are like investments, you know? All right, so we have $100,000. I am curious how much the next paint is. So let's buy paint, $600,000. Okay, so that's gonna cost us just a wee bit amount of money, if you will. It's a little bit of money. All right, we'll upgrade the rolling speed by, dude. Now it's at 3.4. Worker speed. Let's upgrade the worker speed. Nice. Now it's at 30. That is quite decent. Plus, we'll upgrade the tank as well. Nice, dude. Dude, this is gonna be awesome, dude. Hold on. Oh my days, we can almost do 4. Dude, that is awesome, dude. We're reaching a lot more in the paint, but now this also means that we'll have to upgrade our paint tank because we're able to reach so much with the paint, but we need more in our paint tank to be able to hold on to so we don't have to refill every 5 seconds. You know what I mean? Yo, a frog. I think that's our new rarest. Oh my days. All right. $2,000? Dude, that is bonkers. $2,000, bro. That's insane. No, that's actually insane. No way. Oh, missed one. No, we got it. I was just joking. I was just joshing. We got it. All right, we'll get to see here. Look at this. Dude, look at all the light blue, bro. This is fire. This is lovely, dude. We're at $170,000. No, that's bonkers, bro. I'm NGO gonna lie, that's bonkers. Yeah, go step on the frogs. Makes me OD money. Money. Alright, we're at here. We can upgrade the speed once while we walk by, and we'll upgrade this once. And then we'll go back over here to the upgrades that are pretty important. Speed, super important, and then we have genuinely nothing else we can upgrade. Bet. No, that's sick. Okay. Dude, look at this. This is insane, bro. This is crazy. Well, definitely, I think our next upgrade is expanding the plot. Expanding the farm is definitely going to be super important. So we'll expand right here. Wonderful. So we'll get this all entirety of light blue. Hopefully I didn't miss any. I don't think I did. And then we will also get this expanding land as well. And then boom. We got it all, bro. That's sick, dude. That is sick, dude. This looks great, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is the strategy that we have. That's working well, dude. Look how much money we've generated. $100,000 in probably a minute or so. I feel like that's quite good. So as you can see on the top middle of your screen, you can see earnings per second. When it is when it starts to go down a lot, that means you have to start repainting a lot because a lot of stuff's starting to dry. So we want to make sure that we get the paint, and that's something that we did. And then we're gonna go to our upgrades real quick. Do paint tank size, definitely gonna make it higher, and then I'm gonna do the rolling speed and the worker speed. All right, bet. All right, let's see. Let's fill it up a little bit more. We're at 420 gallons, and then boom, look at this. Now we're making a lot more money again. Look at this, 4.2, 4.8. Now it's just gonna keep continuously going up, and that's simply because we have to repaint everything. So at the moment, there's only a maximum of probably not more than 6,000 that we can make, but we're still gonna make a lot of good money from this light blue for sure. This is insane. Wow, dude, 138,000. Look how quickly it's going up. Like, we genuinely, as of so far, have gone from broke to rich so quickly. This is, I mean, this isn't rich. This is wealthy. This is good money. You know what I mean? But we want to get rich. We want millions and millions. But we'll do that in this video. So let's restock our paint for number 1. And then, all right, still our best 3, which is good. Let's go all the way over here. Let's go to hire workers. They're starting to get expensive. Those workers are starting to get expensive. All right, let's get the speed walk quicker. And then, I don't know if that makes me faster. I feel like that makes everybody else quicker, not me. I don't know. You guys gotta let me know in the comments. Like, is there actually a speed difference for me? Or is it just the other people that are having that speed difference? Because I feel like everybody else has, like, a better speed than I do. Not sure, though. Ooh, dude, I just saw we have now 8,000 a second. It was at 6.7 before, but now we're making a lot more. And it does look like the more the people walk over it, the quicker the paint dries or runs out. Meaning that we do have to keep restocking a lot. So that's a good thing, though. That means that we are making a lot of money, but it also means that we have a huge upholding that we have to do in order to keep making the farm get a lot of money. Now, we're actually getting somewhat close to the $600,000 next paint. So I'm going to expand this because that's going to be super beneficial. I definitely want to upgrade the luck on the roller. I'll show you what I mean. So, well, this is $100,000, but I feel like that was needed. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like that was super needed. Oh, no, paint dry. No, 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 no. Oh, my days. Wait, look at that guy's farm over there. Now, the reason I think that's super beneficial is because we'll get a lot more better things than the star. Because the star is great. And that's a guaranteed. But if we can get, like, more donuts or more hearts that cost more and we get them at a higher quantity, well, we'll just make more money, which will be super, super kawaii and dope. All right. 4.4. I feel like we're missing some keys. There we go. All right, those were the keys. They were the keys on the left side. Okay, that's good. All right, dude, we're almost at $400,000. Dude, that is so solid. Yo, that is genuinely so solid. Wow. No, that is genuinely impressive. That is genuinely impressive. Look at that, bro. Meow. 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 Dude, look at that. We're at $500,000 now. That is awesome. All right, let's restock our paint just a little bit. Oh, you have to sit still, dude. That'd be cool if you could just like jump around and stuff. I don't know. I can't stay still. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me, bro. Okay, bet. Yoink. All right, that was awesome. All right, bet. All right, dude. Look at that. 6.4. That's solid. That's solid. Ooh, 600,000. Okay, perfect, dude. Oh my days. All right, we're gonna buy paint. Bubblegum paint, dude. Oh my days, that looks awesome. I already know it's gonna be dope. I think before though, I do want to upgrade something real quick. Before I do that, I want to upgrade the paint because I want to genuinely hit like the entirety of the entire area with pink. Whoa, dude, the pink's now my favorite. I think the color of the pink is so bright. It's such a good color. Wow. No, this is a good color. No, I'm actually the biggest fan of this color out of all of them. This is super cool. I think every other color is super cool too, but man, is this a really cool color. That is awesome. Look at that. Wow, and the good thing about this keyboard, keys in specific, is that you can specifically tell when the paint dries, because like it's like a lot lighter, which is such a good thing, because sometimes it can get really hard to tell, like, you know, what areas do I need to continuously repaint, and then which ones do I not. So I'll expand that, and we'll expand this as well. So this is perfect. Wow, dude, from white to pink is so satisfying, though. That's probably like the most satisfying out of anything I can think of in this game. But still, dude, it's crazy. We just spent like $500,000, and we're almost back there again. That's actually crazy. And look, all of our keybinds. What should I call them? What are they? Keyboard buttons? Let's call them keys. All the keys are starting to have treats and stuff as well. Dude, that's so cool. I don't know how this specific E has the donut floating, but it's the floating donut. Cannot say nothing about it. Cannot. Wow, dude, so much buttons are turning up to be light. All right, dude, 460. That's a lot of paint. We're at $600,000 at the moment. Let's upgrade the roll speed by 2. No, that's a crazy speed difference. Okay. That's gonna help us a lot. That's genuinely gonna be generationally helpful. Okay, bet. Meow. Dude, look at that, bro. Meow. Dude, that's crazy. Oh my days. Yo, that is so awesome. Meow. The fact that you could also reach 4 as well, like, that's just like another level of amazing. You know what I mean? Like, being able to reach 4 different rows is so awesome. It makes us so much. Oh my days, dude. We're about to be at $600,000 again. We'll definitely expand the farm with this 600,000. Look at this. Ready? Well, boom. Look how satisfying this is about to be. Meow. Dude. Wow. I've seen a lot of satisfying games. I'm not gonna lie. This is a pretty good one. I think, especially the sound effects as well. The sounds on this game is also really nice. It's like super calming. Super satisfying for sure. Alright, dude. We're gonna make sure that we hit a lot of the stars. Wow, that was a white keybind? No way. How is that key white? I'm so confused. Did I really miss it that much? That's crazy, dude. I bet. Oh, there's 6-7 keyboard. That's kind of cool. How much is the next? $5 million? Yo, hello? Why is that so much? Yo. Alright, we'll upgrade the luck by 1. Let's see if that helps. I want to see what it looks like. Alright, 1 in 20. Okay, what is this one? 1 in 3. Oh, that one's buns. What about this one? Oh, whoa! It's got a pretzel. I feel like upgrading the luck was actually really good. Okay. Definitely gonna upgrade the paint tank. 100%. And the worker speed. Alright, those were some good upgrades. 100%, those were some great upgrades. Plus, $80,000 for 1 worker. Oh my days, 100,000. We'll buy 1 more. Okay. Kind of difficult to afford workers in this economy. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of difficult, but... Dude, oh my days. Look how quickly we run out of paint, though. Wow. That is crazy. Dude. How are we run out of paint so quickly? I mean, we're making good money. But I feel like, okay, our issue is we're running out of paint really quickly. That is like a big issue. Wow. We're almost out of paint. But we're almost a lot of money as well. So we're almost a millionaire. Almost a millionaire, which is such a beautiful thing to say. And I don't want to say however, because there's not really a bad however to this, but interesting. Dude, we literally like ran out. That's crazy, bro. We literally ran out. Okay. Interesting. Okay, well, duck is cool. I think we need to upgrade the I think this, and then we'll upgrade the roller size. So now it's at 4. Okay. And this is 150,000. We'll do this at 150,000. That's cool. Well, boom. Another worker, 150,000. Now we can get a total of 7 more workers, which is 5. Alright, 540. That's not gonna be too bad. Oh my days, bro. It's like, I think it's also the keybinds, the keys that are like fully not colored at all. That makes it like use so much more paint. You know what I mean? Because it seems like we put a couple coats, which means like a couple layers of painting over the same thing a couple times. I feel like we do that, and that's why we're running out so quickly. I have a feeling that might be why, but that's not too bad because we're making $20,000 a second. We are for surely chilling, bro. Like, this is awesome, bro. Wow. Nah, this is so sick. This is so sick, dude. We're about to be at a milli vanilli, bro. Oh my days. Look at that. $1 million, dude. Wow, we ran out of paint, but $1 million, dude. Wow. Whoa, how much does this make? Wait, how much is that? How much is this one? It's only $325. Oh wait, was that $6,000? That's $15,000. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, $15,000, bro. That's insanity. Wow. Okay. Whoa, another frog. Nice, dude. Okay. Rolling speed's upgraded and the roll luck. Okay. I do want to see if we can get a rare one. Oh, a banana. Nice, dude. All right, what else? A heart. Okay, 1 in 8's not bad. Let's see what else we get. A donut. I want to see if we get like another rare one. A star. We will watch while refilling paint. All right, anything good? No. Okay. All right, let's restock. Beautiful. Dude, the hearts look so cute, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That is so cool. Dude, we're almost at $1 million, like, quickly. Like, we had $1 million just like a second ago. We just spent 1.6, and we're about to be at $1 million again. That is crazy, dude. That is crazy, dude. Cha-ching! Alright, we'll definitely expand our land with this first $1 million that we get. Definitely a super good investment here. Wow. That is such a good investment there. Whoa, what color does that guy have? That's super cool. I like mine as well, though. We're not going to compare. I still very much enjoy mine. Dude, 400,000. Gotta restock the paint. Alright, while we're restocking, let's see what we get here. Anything rare? Alright, still our rarest thing is that eyeball, it looks like. But I am curious if we get more. Alright, we get another star. And another heart. Alright, cool. Dude, I feel like, wait, what if we run out of keybinds to fill up for the stars? And, you know, like the items that you add on top of the keys? I wonder what happens. Probably what happens is, like, the ones that we can't get, like the stars, for example. Let's say, like, all the keys are filled with stars. If we get more stars, I just think it doesn't place anything. And then once we get something more rare, then it'll replace it. Does that make sense? I think that's what will happen to some of the keys that are already filled. Which would make sense. Dude, we're at $1.6 million. Whoa. That's crazy. Okay. We need to start upgrading this. Okay. Paint tank, we're going to upgrade that once. Our workers are going to have to be a little bit quicker on the job, which is nice. We're going to pay them to do that, so it's okay. Going to buy another worker for $200,000. Dude, you're out of your marbles. Out of your marbles. Alright. So now that we have more people, that does mean that we have to repaint some more. Make sure that we hit all the areas, specifically the ones over here. But we want to hit everything, of course, you know. Just because these make the most doesn't mean we have to slack in other areas and aspects. Okay, bet. I bet. Oh my days. Look. Meow. Meow. Dude, that's so fine. Oh my days. Okay, we ran out of paint. We ran out of paint. Gulp, 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 gulp. No, this is peak, bro. This is so peak. Dude, oh my days. $1.2 million already. Oh my days. Wow. Look at all this, bro. This is fantastic, bro. This is fantastic, bro. Holy moly. Meow. Meow. Now back, I grinded a little bit off camera, and now we have the honey. Dude, ew. I don't know how I feel about this color, dude. I don't know how I feel about this one. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? This is gonna have to... Oh, I can barely even see the stars, too. This is gonna have to take a lot of time for me to enjoy this color. I don't know, dude. That's not... At least this color, too, you can kind of tell on, like, which areas need to have more paint. I'm not gonna... I don't know, dude. I'm not... Excuse me. I'm not that down with it. I'm not that down with the color. You know what I mean? I definitely feel like whatever color is next is gonna be way more hype than whatever this is. Nah, this isn't that terrible, but I mean, it's not that great, to be honest. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, it makes the heart stand out, so that's cool. I think that's definitely really cool. But other than that, I don't know, dude. I don't know about all that. Wow, dude, we reached so much. We almost reached 5, because basically off camera, I did very slightly amounts of upgrades to my tank, as well as the paintbrush length. So obviously we'll be able to hit a lot more, but it also means when we're able to reach a lot more, that we have to repaint more as well. I think my goal, I want to like super upgrade the paint rollers, so I can get so many rows as possible. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be so calm. Definitely would be the good goal, 100%. Yo, 15,000 and 16,000. That's crazy. Is that 32,000? Did I just say that? It's 25,000. That's awesome. Dude, $25,000 is crazy, dude. $5 million? Yo, I have not been paying attention enough. $5 million is bonkers, bro. Holy cow. I definitely have to restock paint. Gotta do that, man. Oh, wow. Alright, bet. How much does the next one cost? $30 million? Okay, that color looks so much better. That, like, objectively just looks so much better. Cannot wait for that. So while we wait, let's, max stop. Don't tell me that's the max. You're lying to me. It's max! No! Okay, it's fine. We'll upgrade the worker speed, I guess. Oh my days, dude. Max roller is not a good thing, bro. I was for surely thinking we get so much more. I mean, I'll be super grateful as well. I think this is still great. 5 rows. I mean, that's way better than the one that we had before. So I could be super grateful for that. However, dude, that is a little challenging now. It's going to be a lot more challenging. Because I really thought it was going to go up like a lot. Imagine being able to do like 7 rows, dude. Oh, that'd be crazy. But nah, it's all good. It's all good. We're still doing decent. $2.1 million already. Isn't it just like we just spent all that, though? Like, it's like we spent all that already, but yet we're still making it. So, me and my buddy's gonna make it, bro. Oh my. 2.93 mil. There we go. Let's restock this area. New area to restock, I should say. Oh, we're out of paint. No, anything but running out of paint. All right, 580. Wow. All right, 600. Meow. 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 That's what it feels like, bro. That's what it feels like to me. Okay, so we're almost running into the issue that I was talking about before, where almost all of my keybinds are going to have stars on it, which is a good thing. It's not really a problem. But if we start rolling, like, some of the rolls are going to be wasted. And I think the only way to fix that is I have to upgrade the luck on them so that... Or I either upgrade the luck or I upgrade the speed on how many. Because if we have 4 duds but 1 good one, but it's so quick, then it still might not be too bad. So we might just do that. Not too sure though. But first, we're almost gonna run out of paint again, bro. Wow, dude, this is just so satisfying. Like, genuinely, just look at this, bro. This is so satisfying. Look how many rows you hit as well. Like, this is it, bro. This, honestly, probably like top 5 in favorite games right now. I'm not gonna lie, this is quite awesome. So we'll restock this. We're at $4.5 million. I definitely think we'll upgrade the roll by 1. And then, all right, well, let me click it. Will it? That's weird. I'll try and click. There we go. Oh, I clicked it twice by accident. It's okay. All right, we upgraded that. That's wonderful. So now we should have better luck when it comes to a lot of the keys, which is lovely. Because definitely, for sure, like, don't get me wrong, all the other areas make us a lot of money, but $30,000 on 1 key is crazy. I think it was 25,000, but something along those lines, like something crazy number. You know what I mean? So definitely gas. All right, let's go. Meow. Pop. Meow. Dude, look at the money, dude. So much bread. Oh my days. Oh my days. That is crazy. Okay. Restock on our paint, dude. We're going low on paint already, bro. It is crazy how that works. All right. 2.5. Boom. That is so sick. We love to see that. I bet. Hit this. Boom. Look at that, bro. That is just so sick, bro. Meow. So calm, bro. Holy moly. Meow. Look at that, bro. Oh my days. That's crazy, bro. That is so crazy. I bet you get more and more stars. Look at that, bro. Oh my days. Almost at $4 million already. That's crazy. We might expand our land for our next upgrade, which I think would be a good thing to do. Let's get this area. And then we'll get this area. We're not really going in a specific straight line, but I don't even think we really need to specifically. Wow, look at this. And then, dude, this is crazy. Wow. Nice little repaint. Hit that. All right, 5 mil. Let's expand this and then go through all. Wow. Look how crazy our paint just went down because of that. That is nuts, dude. What the heck? Dude. Okay, so it does look like... I definitely think that it takes multiple coats for the white keys, and that's why it's like so like how we just lose so much paint. All right, upgrade the paint tank. That's gonna be so helpful. Oh yes, that's gonna be so helpful, dude. Wow, 620. That's gonna be so much more helpful. All right, we'll start with the row like this. Dude, wow. I definitely see a difference already with it being 620. That is a huge difference. Wow. Generationally. Is that a word? Generationally? Probably. Generational. That's the better word I should use. Generational amounts of money going in, dude. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. Yeah, I don't think generationally is a word. Made that up. But generational amounts of money for sure. Wow. Lots and lots of money. Ooh, 3.2, 3.3. Okay. Let's make sure that we walk over that key right there. Because $34,000, bro. What? Yo, if I just do this every time. wait. Oops. Dude, what I would dunk. Dude, that's crazy, bro. Oh my days. I don't think that's how that works, maybe. I don't know. Dude, look at this. Wow. That was, dude, it's so clean to do this, bro. Wow. You know, we're actually gonna officially run out of paint soon, which I feel like that's been a little bit since we've had run out of paint. So that's a good feeling to run out. You know what I mean? Before it was like, oh no, we gotta restock so much, but now it's like, I feel like we haven't done it in a while, so that's a good thing. So let's upgrade the roll speed by 1. So much quicker it does it. Dude, that's a lot faster. And as you can see, I believe the hearts will start replacing the stars because we have every keyboard filled out. So that's a good thing. Every key is filled out so that no white keys here. That's gonna make us, is that like another worker here? Yeah. I don't remember hiring you. I do not remember hiring that person. That's super funny. I do not remember that. Okay. 5.9 million? I feel like I just spent 3 million. I did just spend 3 million, no? I don't know. I feel like I just spent so much and there's just so much still. That is crazy. Noink. Dude, that's so much money, bro. Oh my days. Dude, that's so much money. Wow, $7.5 million. Okay, let's see if we can upgrade. What could we upgrade with this price right now? My walk speed just doesn't feel faster. Like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but like, it just doesn't feel quick. You know what I mean? I feel like the workers are moving faster. Maybe that's, I definitely feel like that's what it means by move quicker. Like, when it says like the speed increases, moves faster, I do feel like it's talking about my workers and not me. It would be cool if it was me, though. I would love to move faster because I'm the one with the paintbrush. So it'd be like very efficient. Very, very helpful. But dude, look how many ducks and ghosts I have. It's super cool. Dude, that is awesome to see, bro. Wow. Meow. Meow. Dude, look at that. Oh my, that's awesome. Dude. Wow, we're at $6.6 million. Yo. That is just actually so much money. $7.3 million. And we have to make sure that we upgrade our paint as well. Beautiful. Alright, 30 million, I forgot. That's definitely gonna cost us a lot of money. Let's upgrade that. Let's see, a star is crazy. Bananas 150. A 1 in 8? Alright, another heart. Okay, what else do we get? Another 1 in 50. Alright, let's do a row right here. Let's do a couple rows, and then I'll go see if I can upgrade the tank again. I don't remember how much the tank price was. It probably was expensive, to be fair. Usually the tank price is really expensive. So we'll have to see. I feel like we're missing some keys. Don't want to be doing that. I feel like we are definitely missing a couple, but it's okay. And we'll hit that. Excuse me. I thank you. Just have to do a little bit of a 360 ooga booga. You know what I mean? Ooga booga. Alright, start. Yoink. Yoink. Gotta make sure to get those corners. The corners are always super hard to, it's super easy to miss. Workers. Oh, wow. This is cheap for workers. Oh, my days. I just spent like $5 million on workers, probably. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. 5 million for just some workers is crazy. Because that's their wage. That's how much they get paid to do the work. That is cool. Super, super cool. Wow, look at that row of 5. That is so sick. Oh, ran out of paint. Alright. Definitely want to see how much this costs going forward. How much is our next tank upgrade going to be? If you take a look. $5 million? Yo, what? Alright. We're almost at $5 million anyways. Look, paint tank, 660. That is a lot. Wow. Dude, we're almost down by 100 paint already. How is that even possible, bro? How is that even possible, dude? Dude, look at that. Wow. Now that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. That is genuinely crazy. Wonk. Dude, $127,000 a second. That's some good money to make. That's some comfortable money to make. Oh, more than comfortable. I don't know what kind of money you'd call that if you had that IRL. Great, that's what I'd call it, but I don't know what else I'd call it, to be honest. Alright, 5 million. That one's still 30 million. Alright, still gotta wait a little bit longer. I'm trying to think, what can we do to make 30 million? Like, what's gonna be our goal for the increase? Because we're almost at about 10. Alright, I think one thing we can do is expand our land. That's gonna help us significantly. Because we'll also be able to get more stars and other cool things to put on the keys that make us more money. Dude, now we got 3 of those ghost things. Okay, that's sick. 3 ghosts and 1 eyeball in. You know, that might sound odd, but those are just like little stickers, I think you want to call them here, where you add on the keys to just make them look cooler. Is that a U without a donut? This is the donut area and it's lacking the donut. That's kind of funny. Why is that just lacking the donut? That's odd. Alright, well, we'll hit this. Yoink. There we go. Perfect, dude. Wow, look at all the stars. That's not stars, that's hearts. Look at all the hearts, dude. It's almost starting to look like it's more than the stars. That's crazy. We're about to run out of paint. We're out of paint? That's crazy. Dude, how much paint do we just use to run out like that? Bro. No, that's crazy. That's genuinely crazy, bro. What? That is genuinely crazy. That is insane, bro. What? $7.5 million. That is amazing. Alright, bet. Again, I still see some keys without stickers. I think that's a glitch, though. I do have a quite feeling that is a glitch. That's not so bad, though. No worries. Dude, look at this, though. What? Almost at $10 million now. Dude, look at some of the other bases. I low-key want to check them out in a second. I think once we run out of paint, I'll go check out some of the other areas as well. Because I am very curious on, like, what other bases may be doing that may be making more money than me. So I can kind of, you know, get an idea, maybe yop their idea, and do it a little better. You know what I mean? Alright, let's 76. Dude, look, just running through the middle just increases the money so much. Look at that. Just upgrading this row itself is so important money-wise, bro. Wow, there's keyboards over here that are only white is crazy. Wow. Alright, let's go over here. Ran out of money. Let's go. Let's see what some people have. Cool character. Okay, so this is Emerald. Let's go. So this guy just spawned in. Super cool. That's super cool. Anyone else has something like insane? This person has the milky whatever. Wow, this person has some good stuff. Look at that, bro. They have the ghost. Oh, it's green still. But that's like a lot, I feel like. You know what I mean? That's still crazy. And then this person has green as well. Okay. So technically we're doing the best in this lobby. But I'm not gonna lie, like, there's still a lot more you can do. You know what I mean? I bet. Oh yeah, we still need 30, huh? So we're slowly getting there. You know what I mean? We're slowly getting there. Wow. I cannot wait to change this color, by the way. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm very grateful that we're at this color. Because before we were at white, now we're at like a banana bread color. I don't know what color you'd call this. This is like a tannish, you know? Not the biggest fan of this tannish color on the keys specifically. So, Let's see if we can get almost at 20 million. Wow. $20 million. No, that's crazy. $20 million is insane. All right, bet. 21 million. So, oh no, we're out of paint. Oh no. Okay, so this is a good thing though. That we're out of paint. Oh yeah, let's buy rebirths because we'll make more money, right? Rebirth. Oh, dude, our money goes back to 0. Oh my days. I didn't think that far. I didn't think that far. Our money. Wait, our paint goes down to 0 too? Oh no. Wait, I just realized. We just reset everything. Oh no. Oh my days. I didn't realize how bad that just was. Oh, and we're so slow. Yo. Okay, so the biggest difference though is that our workers have paint. Did the workers have paint before? I don't remember. Alright, we're just gonna jump on this guy. Dude, look how much money we make. Wait, what? Wait. We make $96,000 a jump. Wait, that's low-key a cheat code. Oh my days, what? Oh my days. Okay, it doesn't make much money anymore because it's this type of color paint. Interesting. Alright, we need to buy better paint. Oh my days. Alright, well, let's just buy all these so it doesn't tell me to keep buying this. Buy these, buy these, buy these, buy this. Alright, it's equipped. Oh my days, I can't believe that, dude. I didn't think it was actually gonna reset everything. Oh no, dude. Okay. Get as many workers as possible, bro. We need a bunch of workers. Alright, we bought a bunch of workers. That's gonna help us make a lot of money. Perfect. Upgrade our tank a couple times. Upgrade the tank. That's fantastic. Upgrade the roller size as well. I really didn't think the rebirth was going to be such a harsh thing, but I really feel like that was a big difference. That was like a huge difference that I didn't really notice. So I do think the walk speed was helpful. Like, I didn't think it was going to be as... I didn't think it was as slow until, you know, I found out. Okay, so yeah, it does look like okay, the workers do seem to have paint now, though. Wait, we have so much more money now. Wait, we can rebirth again? We're gonna rebirth again. Alright. Look, even though this may look bad, this is low-key a good thing. This is low-key a good thing. Okay, okay, this is good, this is good, this is good. We're still making so much money. Boing, boing, boing. Okay. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? We'll start by getting better paint. I'll start by that. Which one do I need to buy? I will buy all of them just so it tells me to not buy certain things. 80,000. Okay. That is fine. And then we'll go to... Alright, we'll just walk over these. Okay. So yeah, this was a good thing. I think this was good to invest in 100%. Wow, look at this, bro. We're not making that much money, but we're going to start making a lot more soon. So I think that the 2 rebirths were super important. What's the next one? The next one's at 25 million. So we probably shouldn't do that. We'll just keep upgrading after that. Paint's dry. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let's... I think what we need to do is we need to make our paint better. So buy paint. 600,000 for the pink. Yes. And then we're almost back to normal. The only difference is, though, is that we do not have... Oh, dude, look at that money change already. Dude, oh my days. Dude, the money difference is actually generational. No, that's like actually generational. What? Okay, now we can start upgrading stuff. We're at 1.5. Actually, no. The first thing we're going to upgrade out of anything is going to get more workers. That's our first thing. So we'll buy so many different workers that... Look at that. All right, that's a lot of workers. We're at 25 out of 37, which is good. And then... All right, we have no paint, so let's go get paint. Dude, look how much money this is. Dude, look how much money that is. Oh my gosh. Yo, hello. Dude, that's so much money. Okay. Restock the paint. And then we're also going to... I'm not gonna lie, I'm not buying the honeycomb. We'll buy the tier after that, because it's just not... I don't like the color. Alright. Upgrade the worker as much as possible. Oh my days. That's probably the quickest the worker's ever been. Ever. Alright, we'll upgrade the paint tank as well. Dude, 5 million is crazy. Upgrade this guy a bunch. That's max level. Brother. We're going to upgrade our speed a lot as well. We're at 1.5 million, which we'll probably just upgrade again at this point. At this point, you know what I mean? 1.5. Wow. Okay, now, okay, we definitely move a lot quicker. 620 in the paint tank. Let's go. Meow. Wow. No, this, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think about the rebirths. Now knowing that, dude, that is so much more money. Dude. Wow. Yeah, crazy, dude. We're at $5.9 million already. $6.7 million already. That is insane. That is crazy sauce, bro. That is actually crazy sauce. Wowzers. Yoink. 9.2. Wow. Yoink. And then yoink. And then yoink. Dude, if we just go in this circle, it's so much money. Yo, Yo, I think we found a cheat code, bro. Oh my days, look at this, bro. Oh my days. That right there is just a cheat code. Going over the most expensive keys. That's just genuinely a cheat code. Because look, every single time I go over it, look, yoink. Dude, my number just goes up by like 0.4. Yo, that's insane. Wow. Wow. And then, of course, we'll have to buy more workers as well. Wow, 21.2. Alright, we'll upgrade our luck here and the roll by 1. We'll still have $7 million. And with that money, we'll buy some more workers. And then we're back to painting, baby. Back to painting. $300,000 a second. That's pretty solid. You know, that's some nice McDonald's minimum wage. I'm joshing. McDonald's pays more. Alright, hold on. Let's lock in here. Get some more paint. Dude, look how much paint we're taking from the jar. That is crazy. Okay, let's upgrade the paint, and then we'll upgrade the walking. Alright, bet. Let's go. Us. I gotta run with speed. Speed. I am speed. It's from the Cars movie, not the YouTuber. Only real OGs know. I bet. Meow. Get the hearts. The purple. Wow. This is nuts. 9.2. Definitely gonna hit that 30 million as quick as possible. Because look, actually no, we'll go for the 15 million first. Because the $15 million will get us the expanding land, which is what we need. We definitely need an expanding land first, because that will just make us more money over time. And I like that. I like that more than just a one-time purchase. So let's do that. Well, actually, both would be really good, but we're gonna get this real quick. We're gonna get that. That's gonna also add more keys as well. Dude, look at that. We have 3 ghosts, 2 eyeballs. Wow. Look at just running in this area specifically. Dude. Oh, wow. That is just crazy. Like, look at this. We're already at 10 million because of that corner. Dude, that corner is so broken. Like, that just right there is so broken, dude. Meow. Pop. 13.8. We're already at 15 already. That's crazy. No, genuinely, that's crazy. Wow. 18. Definitely gonna hit that 30 in no time. Trying to see what's the next rarest thing. Because that diamond, of course, is super rare. Oh, plus we have 3 times money as well from the rebirth. So that definitely helps as well. Okay, we could do a rebirth at 25. I think we will. Let's do that. Because now we'll have 4 times money plus 2 times paint workers. So let's do that. And then look, we'll do this. Oh no! I reset my paint. I didn't reset this one. Dude, look at the cheat code, bro. Oh my days, I just made $600,000. That's a cheat code. Dude, look at this. Jump on it until it goes dry. Dude, that's a cheat code. Now we're at 800,000. Now we're at almost 1 million. Bro, this is the cheat code, bro. When you rebirth, just try and jump and not spend too much money. Now we can get the bubblegum already. Look at that. Already at bubblegum. We were just at that. Dude, back at the cheat code. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Yo, that's a cheat code. Yo, that's actually a cheat code. Yo, that's a cheat code. Oh my gosh. Yo. Oh my days. That's actually crazy. That's actually crazy, dude. Oh my days. Look at that money. Look at that money. That is insane. Now we're at $11 million. That's crazy, dude. Our upgrades are going to be so easy. Okay. buy a bunch of workers. We're gonna start with that, right? Just a couple, nothing crazy, just a couple workers, you know. Oh my days. If 31 workers? Brother, stop. That's so many workers. Oh wow. Okay. Let's do a couple jumps over here. Nothing crazy. Just a couple million. Dude, this is crazy. Look, and that person redid the paint for me too. Look at that. Oh my. Okay, we'll do it myself. Dude, that's crazy. What's the cheat code? Dude, we actually found the cheat code. Wow. While other workers repaint the area, we make the money for it. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Look at that. Boing, boing. We're at $22 million, bro. Rebirth is 250 million? Yeah, that's a big one. Okay. So we'll wait on that. Let's now go to the upgrades, okay? So we'll go to the upgrades. Let's start with paint tank is going to be the most expensive. So I want to buy the max level paint tank for the first time ever. That is awesome. Gonna max out that. How fast can we max out? Wow, we don't have enough for that. It's fine. Worker speed, upgrade that a couple times. Now the worker speed is at 42. Dude. Oh, wow. I forgot how good it is. 700 gallons. This is the first time we've ever had 700 gallons. That is quite cool. All right, nice. And then we'll just keep that there. We'll repaint everything, and then we'll go back to jumping on the one key. Oh, I forgot. Dude, most of our workers have paint anyways. So, realistically, this is should be where I'm at the whole time. Because the workers already do most of it for me. Oh, wow. I didn't even think about that, bro. Because when you do think about it, the workers have other paintbrushes like me. So, that means, oh my days, we can afford acrylic paint. Oh my. Look how much money that is. 30 million. Oh my days. $30 million. Dude, that is my favorite color. That one, my favorite. That one is definitely my favorite. Wow. That is such a good color. Dude, this blue definitely is my new favorite. I think the purple looked quite cool when it was here. But dude, that is my favorite color. Dude, that is crazy. Dude, oh my. Boing, boing. Oh, wow. Look how much money, bro. We're at $63 billion. Brother. We just made so much money. It's insane. $80 million. Alright, with that, let's upgrade this. Dude, wow. That was a lot of money. Okay. Rolling speed's maxed. Luck is almost maxed. Let's see how much better things that we can get from this. Is it going to be better? Hopefully. Ooh, nice 1 in 400 duck. That's so sick. Alright. Now, there's some things that the painters are going to miss. But for the most part... Oh, expand land. Bet. Expand it for sure. And then yoink, yoink. And then boom. Expand again. Dude, look how beautiful this looks, bro. Wow. Nah, this is stunning, gang. This is stunning. And look at this. This is where the moneymaker is. We genuinely just made millions of dollars from jumping on this one key. We're genuinely making millions and millions of dollars for that. That is actually insane. And look at our entire area. Our other workers are making us so much money. It is so cool. Look at that. Dude, that is insane how much money we're making. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. $100 million already. Okay. Upgrade our luck again. It still could go up, which is super cool. Let's upgrade our walker speed. That's max level. And we just maxed out everything except for the workers. Awesome. So now we can just buy a bunch of workers. All right, we can still buy more workers, which is cool. I'm glad that we didn't max out everything just yet. Dude. I mean, most of the area is already painted. Next goal is ice paint. What do you mean next goal was ice paint? What is that supposed to mean? I mean, I'll buy it, I guess. I mean, we'll just buy them for fun. What do you mean ice paint, twin? I'll buy all of them, I guess, but I don't need them. Like, I genuinely just don't need them. Whoa, wait, why are they turning other colors? Whoa, oh, because I bought them before, that's why. I was like, wait, what? But I bought the paint, so that's why I did that. Okay. I was looking confused. I was like, wait, why in the world is it, like, changing to different colors? That's why. Okay. Good to know. Dude, the fact that some of our paint workers are genuinely repainting it as I'm jumping, bro, is crazy, dude. Dude, this is just so much money, bro. Wow, wow, look at that guy. He's walked over and painted for me. What an awesome guy. All right, 100 million there, but I definitely just want to get more workers more than that. Luck. Dude, 3 more workers we can get. Wow. That is crazy. We're definitely going to redo all the paint over here because, again, some of it gets missed. However, I think the co-workers are doing really solid for us. This is quite helpful. Quite helpful. Dude, this is so sick. Oh my Chachi! 67 million just blew past us like it was nothing, bro. Wow, isn't that just nuts? Wow, and we're just getting so much money every single time we step on it, bro. And then when the other people step on it too, that's even more money. That is insane. 400,000. Boink. That's crazy. And the person just painted it, dude. That's insane cheat code, bro. We cheat coded it without it being a cheat. That's awesome. Wow. We're almost at 250 million, meaning that we might want to rebirth again. But we're going to strategize it so we make so much money that it's not even going to be a difference, okay? So my strategy is that once we get to 250 million, I'm going to rebirth, but I'm going to make sure I'm out of paint at this amount. We're going to do just enough so I run out of paint. And then when I rebirth, I'll jump on this blue square specifically, so where I make so much money that basically the rebirth is just going to be free extra multiplier. So that's going to be the goal. So let's... Meow. I need to run out of paint. Okay. Let's go right here. Let's make sure that's repainted. That's repainted. We're going to rebirth. Rebirth. And then we're just going to jump right here. Dude. $3 million? Oh my days. Wait, this is such a cheat code. I don't have paint, so this is perfect money. Oh no. Okay, it does repaint it. Okay. Okay, I do have paint, it looks like. Well, if we jump, $12 million already. Oh my days. That's crazy. Alright. Starting off, we need to have better paint. Because if it goes all to the bad paint, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. Repaint, 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 repaint. Alright, I don't have enough. Alright, let's scroll. Oh, my game's bugging. My game's bugging. No, dude. Alright. Let's buy all of these. It's gonna have to be the poopy color for a moment. But that's okay. Alright, they're all bought, so it doesn't tell me anything. Let's equip this. Alright, perfect. Perfect. So at least gonna make us a little bit of money. Is that 50? That's 400,000 still? That's crazy. Alright. $17 million. Let's go all the way over here. And let's go to upgrade. Let's start with the roller. Max the roller out. Follow up by the paint. Paint tank. Almost enough. We'll get the worker speed. Almost. And then we'll get to the... We'll get a worker speed again, I guess. And then bet. Perfect. Alright. Let's also get a bunch of workers. Because we have about $2 million to spend already. Dude, we're not... Dude, we're spending more than we're getting. We're getting more than we're spending. That's crazy. Wow, look at that. Cheat code! Dude, look at that, dude. $15 million already. Okay. Definitely gonna get to that light blue super soon. That is the cool color that we want. I think there's a purple color that we can get as well, right? Thank goodness we can get acrylic. Dude, foam paint is gonna be so cool, dude. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, dude. That's gonna be so cool. Alright, let's make sure that we restock the blue. Alright, there we go. Restock the blue. I think the blue is super important. You see how quickly it was to get the blue paint? That is something that we need to remember. I think that's something I need to remember in almost every game, is that when I rebirth, I do make a lot of money. So I want to remember that, so I don't, mess up. Alright. Boing, 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 boing. Dude, literally millions of dollars a bounce. That's crazy, dude. Wow, we're about to get 250. Wow, look at that. And then the person just helped me. I think I get $1 million a jump for the light blue, by the way. I think that's how the numbers work here. Wow. I think that dude just repainted. What a guy for repainting that. What an awesome dude. Okay. I still need to upgrade a couple other things. I think we'll go for the purple first. The purple keyboard. You know what I mean? I think that's the first thing we go for. That or workers. Workers might be pretty good as well. I think purple will be good, and then we'll get workers. And then we'll finish upgrading the other stuff. Does that make sense? I think it does. All right, well, we're almost at 250. 250 million, so that means that we can buy the one and only foam paint. We bought it. Now it's going to be a purple color. Ooh, this one's like a darker purple. Sick. Dark purple. Before it was more of a lighter purple. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. A mix of the blue and the purple are a great combination. Alright. Dude, look at the money per jump on this purple right here. Wow. That is crazy. Then our next rebirth is going to cost 1.5 billion. Interesting. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you, my guy. It was kind of difficult to reach it, so appreciate that, dude. Alright. 100 million for that lucky upgrade. It can still go up? What do you mean that can still go up? That's crazy. Alright. Max worker speed, max paint, max speed. Alright, everything is maxed there. I can still buy so many workers, so let's upgrade the workers. Oh my days. $50 million a worker. Is Jeff Bezos working for me? Like, that's a lot of money for a worker, don't you think? I feel like that's a lot of money. Alright. Well, we will repaint every area, because that is important. Because even though, like, we make the most money, of course, of that area, definitely want to make sure that at least this middle area is good. Boing, 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 boing. Wow. I definitely think we do have the biggest area for sure. That's crazy, dude. What a cool thing to happen. Alright. And 43. Expand plot. Where? Wait, there's no way you can expand. Where do you expand? There's no way. Wait a minute. What do you mean expand? I don't think there's a way of expanding. Maybe it's at the rebirth. Is it? Interesting. I don't know if there's another way to expand. I don't see it, at least. Huh. I am a bit intrigued right now. That was... Okay, let's take a look. So this was the max upgrade we could do. Possible. Max. We'll upgrade this. So now it's going to be at 200 mil. Oh, we have to go to our right. Okay. That can still upgrade? What? How? Dude, how does that can still be upgraded? It's crazy. Explain your plot. How? Dude, that is not possible. Interesting. Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think there's genuinely any other area to upgrade. Yeah, you would see it over here, you know? Unless I have to relog, but I don't think so. I think we have maxed almost everything out. I can upgrade this again. 400 million. It can go up again? What more luck do I need? I mean, that's 150. That's cool. Alright, we'll restock our paint. Take a... Whoa! I just saw that. That was a rare one. It looked like it, at least. Alright, bet. Wow. Dude, this purple looks great. Not even going to lie. Okay. I think we... Are you trying to mess up my land? I think this is the most amount of money that I could possibly make at the moment. Other than obviously getting better stickers, but I think that's going to take a long time to do. I think we finished the game, so let me know in the comments below if there's somehow a part 2 to this. Let me know if y'all want to see that.